Okay, sorry, I had to go get something.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
Anyway, go ahead.
I don't know how old Ava was, but I was just talking to her for like 5 minutes, and she was going through fucking Netflix, just talking to her girlfriends, and there was something about the way she just was with people that kind of like had me amazed. Like, oh wow, she knows how to talk to people really well. And then she looks over at me and she's like, "Oh, hey, what's your name?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm so and so." And she's like, "Oh, I've never met you before." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm so and so's son." And she like her eyes went wide, like, "Wait a minute, your dad is so and so?" Yeah. And then she goes on like this adorable little like rant of, "Do you have any idea how much your dad squeezes my cheeks to death?" I'm like, "Yeah, I had to live with it. I had to grow up with it, honey." And my dad has this weird thing with kids, and it's the cutest thing ever when you see it in person, where he like squeezes children's cheeks with the very end of his finger knuckles. It's really, really weird, but it's absolutely adorable when you see it in person. And so she's like, "Yeah, I don't know why your dad does that all the time to all of us children. I don't fucking." And so, um, I'm just talking to Ava, and I'm just immediately falling in love with her because she's so sweet. And hang on, I'm trying to see if I can find how old she is on her bio on Instagram. No, it doesn't. I think she was. I think she's 6 years younger than me. So if I was around 18, she was like 12. I don't know why. And so today it doesn't really matter. I mean, I never went after her because I was kind of nervous about it and about what I was feeling, so I just didn't do anything about it. And now she's much older. So if I'm 24, she's 18, I guess. And she's like a fucking genius too.
I
She's like
see.
mathematicianal fucking crazy good at it. And she's drop dead stunning, dude. Uh, but yeah. And at some point, I kind of was just like, what the fuck am I feeling? What am I feeling? I didn't know how to explain it. So when I told Jay, like straight to his face, uh, he he sees me at some point chowing down on baby back ribs, and he's like, "Hey, what you been up to?" I'm like, "Oh, hey," and then I told him I met the girls, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I heard about what you had with what the fuck with not Steph, whatever, his older daughter." And I'm like, "Yeah, I just want to be word of wisdom for her, but she took it the wrong way, I guess." And he just asked straight up, "Do you smoke and do drugs?" I'm like, "No, I don't do any of that shit." So he asked me why, and I told him why. And by the way, I don't drink and smoke and do drugs simply because my uncle passed away when he drank himself to death, and I told my parents I'm not gonna do that. And it's
Okay.
never been in my family to fucking drink and smoke or whatever. So, well, I can't say that. My grandfather was a heavy drunk. So was my grandmother. So I guess Gen Z and Gen Alpha are just so much fucking smarter about it. And then Generation Y, my generation, is just fire. We just don't give a fuck.
I see.
And so he's like, "Oh, did you meet Ava?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he kind of just stopped, like, "What did you do?" I'll be honest, bro. I didn't do anything. Kind of might have a crush on your daughter. And he looked at me and he's like, "Okay." Doesn't give a fuck. Because he knows I'm not gonna do anything. Because I he knows me so well. But he asks why. And I simply said to her, or for to him, first off, it's the eyes, dude. And he's like, "Yeah, she's got great eyes." I'm like, "Right? Fuck." Makes me want to melt in my chair. She got them puppy dog eyes. And so he's like, "Yeah, I know.
And this
I know.
conversation was
It killed."
recent, right?
No, this was fucking years ago. I'm 24, bro. I was 18 when this happened.
I see.
And so, yeah, today she's probably 18 because it was 6 years ago. I don't know. I don't really give a fuck to remember the dates. But anyways, he's like, okay, what's the next thing you love about her? How gentle. She is kind. She's strong enough to be gentle. And he looks at me and he's like, wow, that's a fucking one-liner. And he's a writer. So he's a diehard writer. All he does all day is write movies and scripts or whatever. So he's even writing it down. He's like, strong enough to be gentle. I fucking love it. I'm like, okay, sure. And then he's like, okay, what next? What else do you like about her? And I simply say to her, and to him, I really don't know. I don't know what it is. She just made me blush every time she talked to me. And he kind of looked at me like, is that the first? Yeah, it's the fucking first. And so he kind of just starts laughing like, dude, I'll be honest, this is kind of weird, but I know you better than you know yourself. Like, yeah, I know, but I'm be honest, bud, I really don't give a fuck. I just didn't know what to do. And then dad hears about it and he's like, interesting. Whatever.
Okay.
We all know each other, so it doesn't really matter. I'm like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? And so my parents, or my dad for that matter, and Jay, weren't worried about me being a pedo, which was strange because, one, I didn't act on my instincts or my lust for that matter, and two, I actually genuinely gave a fuck about her. And so there's times where I see Jay and I'm like, how is Ava? And he's like, going to college. No. No. Yeah, it's the time of the fucking part of their lives where we gotta say goodbye and send them off to whatever they want to graduate to. I was actually crying that. I really was. Because up until that point of 4th of July, there was a moment in time where I couldn't stop thinking about her. Like, oh, what is she up to? What is she doing today? You know, and I don't have any contact with her. That's the worst part. So there's times where I would just endlessly think about her and just go on about my day. Just kind of sad I can't say hi to her through text. And so one day I came up with a great idea to build Jay a Lego. And I built Jay Porsche 911 R1 and completely out of Technic. Completely out of Technic Lego. And if you don't know what Technic Lego is, it's the far more mechanical Lego that has actual fucking gears in it. And so there was a point where I said to Jay, I'm like, can I build Ava Lego? He's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Let's go. So I built Ava Lego. I built her a Ford GTR with the lift doors, and it was fucking difficult to make that, by the way. I have no idea how I pulled off making those doors work the way that they do on the Lego. And so when I got to go see her before she actually was sent off to college, she was much older, and funny enough, she actually had a shit ton of zits on her face. And I simply said to her, look, built you this Lego. I hope you enjoy it. And she looked at me like, why did you build me a Lego? I don't know. I like building Legos for people.
It is kind of funny.
I know, right? Because you just randomly receive a Lego from a person you haven't seen in fucking 6 years. And she was scratching her head, like not knowing what the fuck to say. And then her friend, who was also hot as shit, was sitting next to her like, this is actually a really cool fucking Lego. I'm like, yeah, right? I build this shit all day when I got nothing else better to do. And look, I have a serious problem, bro. Just look at this shit. Tell me, is that not a fucking problem?
The car.
All of it, dude. There's like 10 cars here. I know you can't see it because of how shit the camera is, but I'll just say this is not half of my Lego collection. There's most of my Lego collection is at my dad's house in the attic. 1-to-1 replicas of battles from Star Wars Planet that I even handcrafted. When I was 10 years old, no, when I was 12 years old, I was moved by Lego Star Wars the complete saga, right? So I decided to go out of my way and build all of that shit out of Lego, and my dad was completely there for it. So we had to redesign the attic, and all that shit is still up there today, by the way. We never moved it. We never touched it. It's untouched. And so we redesigned the attic, and so that way I can actually stand in it, because it was kind of lower down and extremely uncomfortable, and you had to crouch to move around. And the board plank that was there was just, you couldn't sit on it. It was so uncomfortable. And so we redesigned the attic, had it lifted. We had the roof completely lifted up, and then had an actual dry walls and whatnot, and then added fucking floors. And so it was around that time when I was a kid where I really wanted to make a good impression on my idiot cousins, who I thought were cool as shit, when I realized later in life that they're actually fucking losers. But then I realized, oh shit, I am better at them than all of their games. Because that was the thing, like, oh, who's a better gamer? And it turned out that I was kind of bathed in gaming, and kind of just realized, oh shit, I can do a 920 like nothing. Just point, randomly shoot in a general direction, and I'm gonna get a fucking headshot without trying. That's how bad it is for me. I have Shroud's aim. I can just aim, and I'm gonna get a headshot.
I see.
I don't even need an ADS, dude. So I built all the 1-to-1 replicas of what I thought was all of the Lego worlds, or I should say all of the, like, Mustafar, Geonosis, and all that shit. And I rebuilt the entire set of Obi-Wan and General Grievous from that scene where he jumps down and he's just like, hello there, and all that shit. I am so detail-oriented. I think I have about... No, I know the exact number. I have 1,347 minifigures in that attic alone. If you don't know what a minifigure is, they're little Lego people.
Yeah.
So yeah, my dad kind of just spoiled me with my ideas. And whenever a Lego set dropped, we got 10 of them. Because the dad knows that I already have a plan for them. So when the 18-wing X-Wing came out, he just bought 10 of them. He's like, all right, son, here you go. Go build them. Go do whatever you want with them. Yes! And so, it was one of those things where I was so spoiled, but I was so genuinely loved. I was grown. I was born in that world of just everlasting love by my parents, and still there, by the way. And I still have those Legos in my dad's attic. And then in my room at my dad's house, that's where the problem is. Like, oh my god. It's a literal problem. There's a fucking top shelf dedicated to all of the actual cars that I've built, and all the different types of... Like, I have the Simpsons house on that shelf in the top left corner when you first walk into my room, my dad's. And then all the way down is just TIE fighters and different types of things from Hoth. And I even have the Warthog and the elephant from Halo just up there as well. Like,
So you grew up with Halo?
Everything. I played everything, dude.
Oh yeah.
My cousins were like gaming aficionados, so we had so I also fix computers for a living, so this is where it actually came in really handy when I was really young. My cousins couldn't figure out how to make a inline LAN setup for them to just play off of all of their Xboxes. And so I took one look at it and I'm just like, oh, you mean to do this? And I rewired everything, and then I just kind of like went on their Xboxes, and then it just worked. They're like, huh? What? And so they asked me, like, after 5 minutes of just being mind fucked, like, how did you do that? I'm like, well, simple. What you did wasn't simple. So there you go. And they all just laughed at that. I'm like, okay, whatever, you fucking assholes. And so I remember growing up figuring out how to make computers work, even if they didn't. Fuck, I've been coughing nonstop for like the past week and a half. Fucking hate it. And so I did all that, but yeah. What were you asking me? Fuck.
Oh, I wasn't really asking. I was just like wondering. So like you were like talking about like your childhood in Halo, and I'm just like, Halo must be one of the stuff you grew up with.
No, actually, it wasn't Halo. It was Star Wars Battlefront 2 I grew up on.
Oh, right.
If you want to
Okay.
go OG, yeah, on the fat PS2. I Oh my god! When I went to Sacramento, that's all I fucking played. I still have that disc. I have that very disc over there with my fucking media center. I will grab it for you if you really want me to.
I
You like?
think my first
I'll grab
console.
it. I'll grab it right now. Where are you? So I sadly don't have the case anymore. So I have it in my Star Wars case, and the original Star Wars Battlefront actual disc of my childhood is right there. I cannot tell you how many fucking endless hours, the amount of scratches that are on this disc. Joke. But I went to Sacramento every now and then to go visit my mom's side of the family. But the thing I had to remember when I go there is the god awful family drama. But when I walked in the room, it was peace. And I've had that literal enlightenment as I've grown up, and this is why I'm part of online servers, is because I can just talk to fucking anybody and just go from making them from go I want to fucking kill myself to you're a fucking idiot. Like, why do you want to fucking kill yourself? There's no point of killing yourself. There's no reason why you should kill yourself. Oh, but no, I do have a reason to kill myself, dude. You were overthinking it. You see, you're at a 9. You got to get it down to a 0. All right. About. And he's like, oh, how do I do that? You need to stop doing drugs, dude. Stop. Get the fuck off heroin. How did you know I was on heroin, man? I can hear it in your voice. I can hear it in your voice, asshole. And so, it was one of those things where I kind of just realized people's problems really early on, I guess. But the game factor about it was, what can I perceivably fuck my cousins over with? As many times I possibly can. I played the original Smash, I think it was Melee on the N64.
No, Melee was on the GameCube.
Oh, okay. So it was Brawl?
Brawl
No,
was on the
Brawl was
Wii.
Wii. I don't know what was on the N64.
The N64 was the first Smash Bros. Game, which was just Super
Right.
Smash Bros. But people just call it Smash
Cool.
64.
So I knew I had the wrong one. Okay.
Yeah, people just call it Smash 64.
Okay. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm like a freaking what's it called? I'm kind of a Smash Bros nerd because like I first played it on the Wii, which was Brawl, and then like my middle school had a Nintendo 64 with Smash Bros on it, and I remember playing it on there. I remember playing it there.
Dope. My whole joke of my childhood was my cousins kicking my ass in Smash. Because I didn't really understand the game, and nor do I give a fuck today, because I can go in there and just beat the game in like 5 minutes. Because I know every fucking shortcut. So, it was more of me trying to grow my mechanically savvy fingers.
Oh,
and
yeah?
this is how mechanically gifted I am. A friend of mine handed me a controller I was just saying, sitting at his house, just doing whatever, playing games. Tekken 7. He couldn't get past the final boss. I have an extremely high level of attention to detail, and this is where my issue is. He leaves, takes a piss, and he's like, yo, dude, go and play. You're probably not going to get past it. Goes, takes a piss, comes back, and I'm like, so what was so hard about this? And his jaw dropped. And then he saw the score. Every single number I got, perfect mechanical score.
Hmm.
And he's like, dude, how long have you been playing this game? You handed me the controller, dude. I haven't touched this game until you handed it to me. And he's like, okay, I have an idea. Okay. And so he pulls out the the Dreamcast. Sega, or I should say, nigga Dreamcast. And basically throws in the good old Sonic 1. And he's like, okay, here's a really mechanically hard game to play. Okay. Because it was so scuffy and it was hard to play on the controller. It was awkward as fuck. And so he's playing Sonic and I'm just watching his hand and his finger movements or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Give me that shit. So I just grab it from his hands and I just play the game for a half an hour and I beat it.
Oh.
He's like, I've never ever once beaten the game in my entire life, and you do it in a half an hour without ever knowing how to play the game. Yeah, sounds about right. And so he's like, okay, fuck you. Okay. I'm not really the argumentative type, but okay. And he wanted to fight me, right? But I'm not a guy that gets in arguments. I don't fight people.
Right.
Sec. Juicy. God damn. Fuck you, allergies. So, takes me to a second competition because he wants to see my ass get kicked, right?
Right.
And so this is how I go about everything. I see how people play. He's like, dude, you're not gonna get one off. I'm like, probably not. He's like, what? What do you mean? No, you'll see. You'll see. I take one round. I let the guy kick my ass. And I see his fighting technique immediately on the character that he's using. And I'm like, oh, I can counter all of that. And so I fucking whip his ass. And I straight up 3-stock him immediately. And his jaw dropped. Like, huh? What? He didn't get a fucking punch in. Not a single tap. Not a wombo combo. I was doing that non-stop. And then everybody's just like, what? And so some guy gave me his joystick. It's like, nah, you gotta get off the controller, bro. I'm like, fuck yeah. So, you can put a USB into whatever console you want, and it automatically interfaces with it, which is cool. And I play 9 hours straight, back to back, game after game. No one has ever beaten me at Tekken. And I went against Hiroshi, and I kicked his ass.
Hiroshi,
yeah, the GOAT. I beat the GOAT. And again...
How do you spell his name?
I have no fucking clue. Just look up the GOAT of Tekken.
You'll see Arslan Ash and Knee. I've never heard of Hiroshi.
Hiroshi? I could be wrong. So it's just some guy I fucking beat named Yoroshi that they claimed was the GOAT. But I don't think he was the GOAT. But he was really fucking good. But the best part about Tekken is that if you evade to the side a certain angle and then you lean right, you can just grab the person and just fucking Hulk smash them left and right all the time. And I'm just like, oh yeah, this is great, man. So
I mean, I played Tekken 8.
Tekken 7's fun though. I find 7 the best.
Yeah,
Because-
I didn't play 7, but Tekken 8 is
7
where I
is the
started.
embodiment. 7 is the embodiment of, oh my god, this is too much fun. Like, you know, that one game, Injustice 2, that shit was fire. But it had one problem. It wasn't mechanically savvy enough. And I understand DC tried to make a DC Tekken variant. Or a DC... What's that one?
Injustice
Where
was a
Ryu-
Injustice and Tekken are completely different.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. It lacks very, very big amount of mechanics. Because
Well, I
it's
mean,
so-
Injustice Injustice you fight on a 2D plane. Tekken 8 you fight on a 3D plane.
Right. Well, no, Injustice 2 is technically at 3D, but it's equilaterally on a 2D plane. So,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
okay.
Injustice
Well,
doesn't
Tekken
have
isn't a
Injustice
3D.
doesn't have sidestepping, is what I'm saying.
That too. Yeah, that's a big problem for sure. And it doesn't have it has a really weird way of grabbing the other opponent and throwing them, or grabbing something and throwing it at them. Like, what? Who asked for this shit? Just fucking just let Batman kick the shit out of Superman, okay? That's all I want to fucking watch. But I go back to, I can't remember the game. Ryu? What is he from?
Street Fighter.
Thank you. Thank you. I go back to Street Fighter, right? The OG, you know, the fucking Capcom, CRT, Game
Oh.
Arcade shit.
Okay,
Best.
I see what you mean.
Best. And so I go back to that shit every now and then. There's a place in LA named Castle Park, and it's just sitting there. Still. The very first ever is just sitting there. And there's very few people that can actually touch it. And the owner has it like kind of like guard off or whatever. And there's times where I would just go there and just stare at it. A part of all of the games, arcade games there, I just stare at it like, let me play it, please. Please. And so one day the owner of Castle Park just saw me staring at it. And he's like, do you want to play it? Alright. And so he undoes because he has the keys, he undoes the Velcro, or the, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. The lock, whatever on it. And then he puts in a quarter. He's like, alright, I'll give you a deal. I'll make you a deal. If you beat me, I will let you permanently, for as long as you live, come in here, out a single penny to play, and play it as long as you want. Bet. And right before the pandemic hit. No. A year before the pandemic hit, sorry. I kicked his ass. I kicked his fucking ass. Took one round to figure out his fighting style, and then I killed him.
I see.
Oh my god, it was glorious. And he just asked me right after, like, how? And then I tell him my strat. And he just straight up, I would never have thought of that. And to me, it's just math. You know, different types of ways of doing things. Mechanics are just math to me. And I was raised in a mathematicianal household. So everything is mathematically easy to me. And I've been kind of grown up in that world knowing how to make math easier. So mechanically, controller, analog sticks is just differentiation, movement of math. And that's how I see it, like a computer.
You know, there is a game like Street Fighter that I do play sometimes. It's
Ooh.
called Grand Blue.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's like it's an anime fighter, but but like the way you play it is like the gameplay just feels kind of like older Street Fighter games.
Okay. So, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, Ava. I make her the GTR, and she actually loved it. It was really weird because she's like, I don't build Legos, but this is really fucking cool, right? Like, And so, crazy enough, her version of the GTR was the very first version I made. And then the second version I made was for myself because I thought, oh, it's so fucking cool. Myself one too. And I was
Wait,
around.
so you said that she just recently turned 18, right?
I honestly don't even know anymore. That was like a fucking year ago. When she went off to college. So she might be.
And if she was turning 18, then how'd she get to college? Before?
It's simple because she's a mathematical genius. So she was
Okay.
just accepted into school or in college early because
I see.
she was academically goated at her school.
I see.
Yeah, like brainiac smart and hot as fuck, dude. And as sweet as it gets. You know, I when it comes to explaining how sweet women are, I usually say sweet as a rose. Oh, that sounds too bad. I say that, but I don't think it's a good thing to say.
Why not?
I honestly have no idea. I just feels like creepy.
All right.
But currently I'm trying to make Linux work on my fucking ThinkPad here. Do you have any idea how to install Linux?
You're trying to use a bootable flash drive, right?
I tried to do it through program and I failed miserably, or through Windows 10 and then do it through that. I have the
You just need just install a program called Rufus and get the ISO of the Linux distribution that you want to install into the ThinkPad. So basically, how you do it
I have
is
Recabra. Okay, Rufus.
yeah. So just download a program. Just download a program called Rufus. Plug in your USB, and then like you should be able to make a bootable flash drive with the program.
That's what I tried to do with Blancha and Thurch. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Actually, wait, let me see if that will work now that I restarted the computer. I don't know how many fucking times.
Yeah, it's a really easy thing to do. So like I could just walk you through it if you wanted me to.
So I try to make the Flash Linux here. I open it up, but for some odd reason, it doesn't want to work.
Oh, you're using Linux right now?
No. Let me just fucking hang on. Let me.
I'm pretty. Rufus work. Rufus. I'm pretty sure is a Windows only program, but it makes bootable Linux drives.
Do me a favor and just call me, please.
What do you mean?
So I can just screen share this shit.
You can screen share it here.
Oh, well, I'm gonna jump on my other computer so you can see it. And for some odd reason, Discord is taking forever to update. Where did I put my fucking 50 feet Ethernet cable at? Oh, there it is. Don't ask. Come on. Slide in there. There we go. Sometimes you gotta make it do the shuffle slide. Okay, cool. Ugh. Update failed. What a fuck. I will Send you to hell. Okay. Let me just. Task manager.
So what are you
Okay.
showing me?
I'm just showing you my issue.
Okay.
Come on. Come on, guy. No. Oh. No, it's not working. Fuck me. No. Did it? Please tell me it just fucking worked. Oh. It says it's starting. It shouldn't be this hard to fucking start up shit. Wow, I've never seen Discord struggle to open up on this thing in my life. It's usually fucking. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, tell me, is this not one of the greatest memes of all time? All right, I'm jumping onto my laptop now.
Damn, Rocket, put on some clothes.
I know how dog shit this sounds, but whatever.
Okay, you switched to the laptop.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, so minimize. So this guy, right? This is
Yeah.
my USB drive,
Okay.
and I have this already here as.
Oh, you're using Balena. That's another one that uses that makes bootable drives. Yeah. So
Yeah,
what's
but
the
watch
problem you're
this.
having?
You'll see. Let me load it up. It's so fucking annoying. I don't know why it's so slow all of a sudden. Okay, so flash this open nothing.
Oh, that's weird.
Nothing. And then I should click select target and then click my USB and then it should flash. I don't know if I have the wrong
Did you try
version
formatting your
of
drive?
my drive, my
The flash
USB.
drive. Yeah, your USB drive.
I could do that.
Yeah, just go to the File Explorer. Click on the USB drive and then format. And just FAT32, just because it's just going to reformat it anyway. Yeah, just click OK.
Come on. Okay, cool.
Alright, yeah, and then close. So, just... Yeah, so just open up Balena again. Or download Rufus if you want.
I'll just download Rufus because I just want this shit to be done.
Scroll up. Download.
Ah,
Rufus 4.7.
this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So disk or ISO image, and then just select Linux Mint.
Come on. There we go. Oh my god, hey.
Yeah, just keep it at NBR since it's Linux.
Okay. Now what do I do?
Hi Tyrex. Just click start and it should just make the bootable drive.
Rufus has found an updated version of the DX files used. What do I do?
Just select yes. It'll just download what you need.
Okay. Like this?
Oh, no news. Yeah, just start. Just click OK.
Hello, Senpai. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm tired. What's up?
I'm trying to figure out how to make fucking Linux work, but it doesn't want to.
I'm just
Linux.
teaching him how to boot Linux.
Oh, should I also wipe that partition I made and then redo it?
What the one in your flash drive?
No, not the flash drive. Let me show you. This.
So you're wanting to install it on this PC, right?
Yeah, just on this partition.
Yeah, if you want to just get rid of that OS, then you can just go ahead and do that, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna just redo it. Should I have it as NFS? Oh, well, I guess. Oh, whatever. Okay, cool. Now there's nothing on there. Okay, cool. Because before there was actually shit on there.
Yeah, actually, I think you want to go back and actually delete that partition. Because you're just gonna end up making it again.
Here it is. You see, here's the issue I'm having. This is showing up now.
Yep.
Oh wait, is that the thumb drive?
So just take out your thumb drive and then you'll know.
I don't want to do that.
You don't. Yeah, I just realized that it didn't finish yet. So you'll just want to wait for that to finish. Yeah, unfortunately, I am. So
you see, I'm the mathematicianal dumb fuck here. Okay, right, Senpai?
I guess.
And
thank you.
And I'm the IT guy. Anyway.
This is why I always look at shit before I just do dumb shit.
Let's see.
I feel that, bro. I feel that. One eternity later. Wait, do you have Linux on your computer?
No, I don't.
No, Greenie.
Oh, green.
I did install Linux on my computer. Tried to use it as my daily driver, but
also fucking which video were you watching for fucking what's it called for Wildcat?
I'll send it to you. Anyway, yeah, I tried to use Linux instead of Windows, and it didn't last long. I ended up just switching back to Windows because a lot of the stuff I use just doesn't work on Linux, and I got tired of like having to like install so many dependencies just to make my shit work.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna sound hilarious as shit. The only reason why I'm installing Linux is because PewDiePie won me over.
I mean, I actually tried making the switch to Linux, and it just didn't work for me.
Understandable.
I mean, it worked. It was running and everything. I just got tired of having to jump through hoops just to get my games to work.
That I understand.
Like, setting up non-Steam games on Linux is kind of tedious, and I got tired of it.
Oh, we gotta take advantage of this situation, Cat.
Yeah. I think it's cool that PewDiePie uses Linux. I just don't... I'm just not a Linux person. Like Linux is a cool system. Like Linux is a cool operating system and stuff. I like the stuff you can do with it.
We might be getting the first ever Star Wars exotic, which is. I mean, granted,
Exotic?
huh?
Very first what exotic?
Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that shit is fire. Kid like bought the fucking pre-order DLC, like down payment of $100. He's like, bro, I want this. Okay, I'm not gonna stop you from buying something. Okay, and they bought it 5 seconds later, and then I see the email saying you were pre-ordered da 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 for $99. I'm like, oh my god, he wasn't joking. Shit.